Hey everybody, it's been a while since I've done a meal prep video, but I am back on a cut, so we're gonna go through a third flavor because I know not everyone likes to eat the same thing every day like I do. So this one's gonna be Mexican inspired. So we're gonna be using jalapeno peppers, long red chili peppers, I have red onion, salsa verde, store brand, I have pinto beans, corn. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt, chili powder, and garlic for seasoning, as well as the Old El Paso taco seasoning mix. We've got 4 pounds of ground turkey. You can also use ground beef because I'm gonna cut turkey's better for that. And then we're just gonna use the Mission flour tortillas when we actually serve this up. As always, everything's gonna be cooked using a crock pot and nothing else. All right, so for this one, I've already pre-cleaned all the vegetables, the peppers, the red onion, and the cans of corn and pinto beans. So that will not happen while we're doing this. So first we're gonna open up the turkey. I've got a big 3-pound container and a smaller 1-pound container just to hit the right amount that we want. And this part is real easy. You just dump it right in. It's all ground turkey, so there's no cutting or anything like that to get it down to the right sizes. And just make sure you take off the little piece that goes with it. After the turkey, that's when I'm gonna add my seasonings. So I'm gonna start with the taco seasoning. And just dump both packets in there. Normally when I do seasoning, I add a whole lot of stuff, large amounts. Because the taco seasoning has most of the flavor we want, I'm gonna be using a lot less of the garlic, the salt, and the chili powder than I normally would, because a lot of that's already in here. We're just adding a little bit more because why not? Depending on what your sodium needs are, there are also low sodium versions of that. Obviously you can skip adding salt, depending on what you need. Once the seasoning's in there, we're gonna move on to the vegetables. All right, so we'll start by cutting the tops off of the long red chili peppers. And we can discard those. And then you wanna chop them up into fairly small sizes so that you're not getting mouthfuls of the red chili pepper. It's going to be personal preference, the sizing. And just sprinkle those in there. And it's going to be the same with the jalapenos. And then we're going to do the onions. Probably not going to use this entire thing. But we'll just get enough to add a little bit of that flavor that we want. And then we can cut that one. And then we're going to open up the corn and the pinto beans, just using a can opener. And then we're going to drain them into the sink real quick before we put them in. Man, this is usually a lot quicker. Now we're going to add the entire container of salsa verde. And then to make sure it's evenly distributed, cooks correctly, you're just going to mix it all in with your hands. keep as much of it in there as you can. All right. And that's all there is to this one. Not a lot of prep work here, it's just cutting the vegetables. So this is one of the quicker, easier ones. I will include all the macros, calories, and stuff like that in the description, so you know how to make this fit your diet. As always, we're gonna go with 4 hours on high for this one. You can also do 8 hours on low, or whatever time and temperature combination you prefer. But yeah, if you like these types of videos, like, subscribe, leave a comment if you got any questions or things you want to see. I'm going to try and do more of these meal prep videos because I know that these are more popular than lifting things. I know they're more applicable to the general population, and this is the kind of thing that people have trouble with, is how to get their food ready for the week and how to make sure that they're preparing healthy meals. So I'll get more of these. Keep an eye out for them, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, so once it's all done, this is what it's going to look in the refrigerator for a day. So we're going to reheat some up right now. Just going to take a slice of like a cheddar cheese. Put that on as it goes in the microwave. This serving is going to reheat for about 3 minutes and 20 seconds.